going to do today, or part of today and probably a few days after that, is take a look at this little drill press that was shown at the start of the video. Very simple, nothing complicated about it really. Pretty good age on it, I would imagine. Excuse me. It uses this leather cord as a belt, which I'll take off in a minute. It's held together with some staples. You probably can't see that, but there's a bag with a few bolts or something in there. We'll take a look at those, see if there's anything. It might just be, looks like some screws. Probably screw the base plate down. No maker's marks that I can see. I think there's a casting number or some number on the bottom, but so far I haven't been able to see any marks on the actual drill. The spindle does move, but it's pretty rough. It doesn't move very much or very quickly, but it's covered in dust, or it's quite soft dust. I don't know whether it's wood dust or just general dirt and grimes there. It came with a lathe I bought. It was actually in the cabinet of the lathe. I didn't realise it was there until I got the lathe home, along with a little grinder, which is about half the height of the drill, and 2 electric motors, which I'm yet to test. But hopefully at least one of them, if not both of them, work, so I can get it up and running with this drill. So yeah, let's just start taking it apart and we'll assess any damage or anything that we might need to work on or replace as we go. Okay, let's get this belt off first. Yeah, it's just some belting staples. Let's see if I can. Get that out. Won't be using that again. Take a look at that in a moment. A little bit of movement there. The spindle itself, I can feel there is a bit of movement, so we'll take a look at whatever bearing surface is in there as well. Get that off in a moment. Let's take out these. Lots of these split pins, if I can get them out. There we go. See what we've got. So, a washer. Looks like there's a bit of wear in there. There's a few, well, there's a little hole drilled in there for oiling. There's no oil cups, but there are a few holes here and there for the different oiling points. Let's put that to one side. Let's get looks like another washer. And a washer underneath, so there are washers either side. I'm not sure yet what the secondary hole up here is, whether it's, although that's not the same fit, so I thought maybe it was different positions for the idling wheels, but obviously not by the looks of it. Let's take that one out there. Again, washers, bit of wear on those. Take those pins out. We'll probably get rid of all those and replace them with new. Right, let's take a look at these. I think, yeah, these are pretty loose. Let's take this spring out if we can, reasonably safely. other side. We release all these pins, should make it a little bit easier. Some very thin shim washers there, very thin. There's two. Let's try to do this without the spring going everywhere. So that's the other side. Now hopefully we can get this spring off. There we go. It's not too bad, the spring actually. It's still got a really good tension to it. So there we go. That's the handle off. I think this probably comes off as a nice wooden handle there. Let's take that apart. That's just the fairly simple. Okay. So we've got, let's see, there's a lot of ball bearings, very small ball bearings in there, which I'm guessing are going to fall out everywhere when I try and take it apart. So let's get these off so we can get the spindle out a bit easier. I think these are, yeah, they're pretty loose. So far nothing's been stuck, but I don't want to say that too soon. Just in case, because I know something's going to be stuck. Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to get it back together. As there's not too many parts, so chances of getting it back together are pretty good. Everything's just very grimy and kind of not well kept. Well, it might have been well kept, but not for the last however many years. Yeah, nothing's super tight, which is good so far. That's that. Let's bring it back around. You can see it hopefully. Okay. So let's just get that on autofocus. Hopefully it will help. Maybe not. There's nice little grooves, oil grooves in there. Nice cast part. It doesn't look, there's no big score marks or anything like that I can see. Maybe a touch of wear. Again, no big galling or major marking in the spindle shaft that I can see. So that's good, that's one good thing. Yeah, it just rides in the casting there. Again, just very grimy. We'll look at the spindle in a moment. Now I think it's either one piece, or I'm guessing it's pressed. It's probably pressed in here. See if we can get this table off. Hopefully the autofocus on the camera doesn't mess things up too much. Could be a bit hit and miss. Okay, more washers of course. Hopefully I can remember where all the washers go. Okay, so it is moving. Let me just... Okay, so I can see there's a... it's probably not going to focus, but there's a nut on the bottom there. So let's get a spanner for that. Not sure what size. No, bigger than that. There we go. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's definitely the tightest one so far. Hopefully I'm not too much in the way. Oops. There we go. That's that one off. Let's see if this wants to come. Moving the base has moved the head. I'm not sure. Ooh. There we go. Top to bottom. Came up quite easily. So this part's probably going to be. Let's get a bit of oil on there. And mostly over the bench. Go. That's pretty much, I'm guessing that's pressed in there. It's quite thin. It's about 1.5 mil thick. Quite thin stuff. The base, there is the marking on the base. Don't know if you can see 25K T4. Yeah, I haven't seen any other markings yet, but it is quite dirty. And of course, no drill is complete without the happy face peck drilled all the way. Well, luckily it hasn't gone all the way through. I think maybe one of them has, but I might address that. Doesn't look too good. My other drill press, my big drill press, has it a lot worse. So let's just kind of wipe some of these off. Just a lot of grime, dry, horrible, grimy stuff. It's not, most of it's not too rusty, but I might, well, I say that, obviously, some parts rustier than others. So I might leave it to soak for a few hours or overnight, depending on how quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to degrease. Just use some degreaser to get most of this kind of dry, gunky stuff off. And then assess how bad any kind of rust or any of that stuff is. And then I'll bring you back after it's a little bit cleaner. Okay, so I was just, I gave it a quick once over, just to get rid of a lot of the kind of dust and dirt. And I did come across the only marking I could find of any kind of name as on the table, which you should hopefully be able to make out what's kind of left of Germany. So, and it doesn't really show on the camera, but I can make out a kind of MA made. So it obviously says made in Germany, which is quite interesting because the grinder is made in the USA. There is a marking on that. But so, well, I just assumed the drill was probably from the same place. But no, this is apparently a German-made drill, which is even more interesting, I think. But the next thing I'm going to do, I've decided now I've kind of wiped it down and looked at the condition of the paint, which isn't great. I thought it might be a bit better. So I'm going to take all the painted parts, get a few layers of paint stripper on there, and see how easily it comes off. We'll get it back to bare metal or thereabouts, because I was planning to repaint it anyway, but it looks like I'd be better off stripping it down first. See if I can go. You can kind of see it's pretty bad. In general, there's lots of kind of chips, and I'll just show you some of the. You can see the bearing surface there. You see some marks, but you can't really feel them under the fingernail. Very little wear. I'll see if I can get in on the other one. It's kind of a dark patch there, but again, it doesn't actually feel like wear on there. Yeah, generally, and if I show you some of the other putties there, they kind of came up quite well. Well, they should come up quite well, rather. And the arm there, so you can see the paint in general is kind of hit and miss. And I think it should look really good. It seems like quite a good quality tool. So what I'll do next, I haven't, if I just bring you out, I haven't taken apart the spindle yet with the chuck. The chuck appears to adjust on the thread on the shaft here, so I'm not sure what will happen when I take that off. Hopefully it doesn't fall into lots of pieces. And as I showed, I think at the start, you can see there's some ball bearings in there, which I don't think they're held in other than the lock nuts here holding this collar on. So I'll have to be careful when I take that off. So I'll get the camera set up and then we'll take this spindle apart.